Israel and Palestine also having their own issues, and it's a big one this time around. It's escalated beyond whatever has been going on between them for decades. All right, and so there are projections that this will cause even more borrowing, because if you look at the fact that this is both countries fall into oil producing regions, and if we look at the global oil market and pushing of OPEC output to 27.73 million barrels per day, analysts are projecting that this could disrupt supplies in the Middle East. And if other countries join, this development would then throw the market into turmoil as it is now, especially here in Nigeria, where we are not refining fuel. So it's going to be a big deal for us. So what can be done to save the country from the imminent rise in the price of crude? Because then we'll have lesser countries, making oil available. All right. So what can be done to save the country from imminent rise in price of crude? Also, does this issue again bring to the fore the need to have functional refineries? Because we won't even be anxious for nothing if we have functional refineries, if we are producing our oil, and then we're also the ones making refining the oil. Things will just be smooth.
Oh, Sandra, it's your own argument. Some people will tell you it doesn't matter even if you have refineries. Not already.
Well, that was what what's his name again? 𝗪𝗏. Did you see?
Not only him. There's a consensus amongst the
that we don't need crude oil, that we don't need refineries.
Has he not told you before that it doesn't really change anything?
That's unfortunate. But then, but with this now, especially with the 644 billion naira every month on subsidy. This is
in a year. That's how much. We are already about 7 trillion. So
we are seriously.
This subsidy control.
Back or is it not back?
It is back. It is back. It's just for them to eat the humble pie and admit that whatever they did, the subsidy removal has backfired, and we are back to subsidy payment. And that's accountability in itself.
Well, with cooking gas price and compressed natural gas also rising at a time that JP showed in August that the fact that we made some money.
Wait, now the money we are making, you see, ordinarily, this projection of $150 per barrel for crude oil price, we are supposed to roll out the drums and be celebrating.
No, I get it.
What crude oil output? We still go back to spending that money into a very useless subsidy payment that we are doing that problem. And that is why they are quick to downplay.
Well, which brings me to the final question for that particular focus. Does anything show the commitment of the government to fixing our local refineries?
But that's what we work in December, Sandra.
That's what they said. I've learned the hard way something about timelines in this country, but then I'm also looking at it from the angle of I know that we have some ministers and some people who said they are going to visit the refinery and
they don't have a complete picture of the state of the refinery.
But people are there collecting salary.
I will say bye-bye to their wives that they are going to work, go there, park their cars, do nothing for a whole day, and then go back home. And they collect salaries, humongous salaries. If you are an oil worker, you are not being paid like also. If you are an oil worker, you are getting what you can call juicy fat salary for doing nothing.
All right. Well, that is the first focus for this morning. The fact that the war in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine may spiral monthly petrol subsidy. We're talking about 644.8 billion naira every month.
A year we do over 7 trillion.
On subsidy alone. And we had a conversation last week on how can we avoid budget deficits in this country. How can we move away from having deficit on our budget? But then here we are now. We're already projecting that allocation, and then you also have a speaker telling local councils to ensure that they have projects once a quarter. But let's move on now. Some senior for congestion of cases being experienced across various courts in the country delivery system. Yesterday we had a conversation on political roundtable as regards are we having a failing judiciary or are we having a failure? And then you have so many of these things at the forefront going on. Thank you. And then you have people are languishing in jail for something that shouldn't take more than how many weeks or months.
But because courts can't hear their cases.
But because the courts can't hear their cases, and then you have lawyers, especially the younger lawyers who, they are not really,
small case to handle.
Exactly. They have smaller cases. They're not really on the political case side. They have to wait and wait and wait. So how can free our courts? And do you subscribe to the idea of special court for election petition matters, enabling INEC to focus on their main work, which is to, look at
just conduct elections?
Just conduct elections. So they have a lot of, court cases that they have to look through. And it's also a problem for INEC because, court case will require some things from INEC, and then they have to pause.
No, they are always a party to the suit now.
Exactly.
They drag them along.
They're usually a respondent, exactly. So
respondent, yes.
one way or the other certificate when players are facing in the court. So how can we manage the situation, and do you subscribe to the idea of special courts separate, all right, as regards election petition matters? Fouad, very quickly.
On the first one, I think I've said all I need to say.
Yes.
On this issue of political cases clogging our courts, I think the first thing we need to do is employing judges. That's also another money. Our electoral process is too expensive, or money, do a whole lot of things and all of that. So not the largest democracy in the world, Sandra. India is the largest democracy. Sometimes about 900 million people vote during elections in India. But they don't have the number of court cases on elections that we have in Nigeria. It is because every 4 years, we conduct what is completely a flawed election. But look, when I lose fair and square. And there's no reason for me to go to court. We will not have anything changed. So I'm still an advocate of electoral reform. And then the second one is that we can actually have a situation where we reform our judicial system to take care of election cases even before people are sworn in. Why are we having 6 months before election cases are decided? Sandra, in Kenya, presidential election cases are decided before swearing in. And it's only at the Supreme Court. That's the election, Sandra. It has to go three layers. It starts at the state, it goes to appeal, ends up at the Supreme. Why? Shouldn't we have just one court deciding election matters if it must happen? So because again, when it's their personal funds, state funds are deployed into this because some of them are already sworn in. They have access to state funds to deploy into these cases. And what about the distraction? What about the distraction that comes with these cases? So we need to review all of these things right away. In this committee report, we need to dust up that report and implement it.
All right, thank you very much for that. Well, let's open up the phone line now and get the contribution of our listeners to these focal points that we have laid out this morning. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus. 2 focal points on the front burner this morning. Share your thoughts. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So you can drop your comments in the live chat section as well. We'll take comments from our live streaming platforms. Please, Mainland 98.3 FM on both Facebook and YouTube. And the number to call is 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. I have just 2 minutes. Please, straight to the point. Let's keep things clean and let's stick within our 2 minutes time frame. Political cases causing congestion in our courts, and war in Middle East spiraling to a point where monthly petrol subsidy in Nigeria could be going to about 645 billion every month. What is your thought, or what are your thoughts? All right, let's have a conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Mr. Fouad, morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you all and bless your management. You see, this Palestinian matter and Israel, the most culpable one is the United Nations. Why can't they settle Palestine and Israel matters in 1948? It's still up to date. And you give somebody like South Sudan today is independent, South Sudan, not more than not a retaliation. Look at what is happening. More than 1,000 people died. My God. The best thing to do, United Nations have to see that if you are still united, settle this matter amicably and let each one of them have their independence, and this is causing our project to go up. Yes, it's a plot to Nigeria now. We are making money through crude oil sales. And if they are not bringing friends to the country, that is 800 naira, no, it's not my own making. Let the federal government subsidize, let them call him intervention, what we know is that it is now easily now. So when we say that war is somewhere and make our fuel to rise up, it means we are making money because of our producing nation. So NFPC, let to account for Nigeria the money you are making. If you just do minus and plus and give us the remaining balance. Good morning to you, Sandra.
Thank you very much, Prince Wise. I appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, Mr. Peter. Good morning.
Ogami Fuad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, you put bread in the house, and rats always come and eat the bread. And we are asking, how do we save our bread? How do we keep our bread? It's just for you to drink a rat poison and kill the rat, or you find a way of preventing the rat from coming. And I come from this uncle. There, the Israelis and their mouth, that's their misfortune. And if we have mad people that are not like rats, that eat the bread and fish in the house, we would have capitalized on their misfortune to make money. Now, why are we not having our refineries working? And we've been having these same people running the countries over the years. And up to today, we are still saying refinery. 𝗵𝗫 told us that in 8 years, they will give us 4 refineries. New ones, not the Republic ones. They didn't give us. And today we are still talking about 𝗵𝗫 in government again, and we are talking other issues. All Nigerians should ask them for refineries. If not so, then we tell them to leave. And that's a way of killing the rat, to save your bread in the house. Now let me talk about the congestion in the court because of election matters. The whole blame for me is on INEC. How can INEC, like what we are facing now, how can INEC tell the whole world that we are going to transmit election results? I mean, through this medium. And at the end of the day, they renege. And they did it. People say, look, like me, if that result was transmitted electronically, and then Nigerians saw it as they promised us, in your room, you see the result. No, few people will not subscribe to going to court. But INEC now fucking up the whole thing, destroy the whole thing, and that's why you see court cases. Until we have our election, our people elected by the people, all this will continue. What you say we will do this. Oh, is it me and you that will reform? No way. We resent it. Jesus comes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. I appreciate
about it.
I appreciate that. And I find that interesting, that statement that he said that if only INEC had done, their parts, that people wouldn't have gone to court. That's actually.
There will still go. There are too many issues, and the electronic transmission of results was not the only problem. There are too many things that we need to resolve. The independence of INEC is also very important. The way talked about it in the committee report. So again, I think people should just go and read that report. It's not too big. 300 pages, fantastic report. It's there for people to read. It's in the public space.
300 pages is not too big. It's okay. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes. Good morning, Fuad.
Good morning, Don Peter.
Right. I will start from what they are saying that is happening in court. There is so much traffic jam there. Sandra, let me tell you the truth. Many people who are in court today are not there because they have won an election. They are basing them being the court, relying on technicalities. Why do I say so? They have conducted an election and they have seen they have lost an election, but they are focusing on technicalities. Let me just go there and try my luck.
Whether I imagine
technicalities. Yes, I can get in there. Now, ask yourself, Fuad, tell us something about India, and he take it out of my mouth. Go to India today, there is no election matter in court in India. As large as they are. Why? Because whoever contested the election, if you lost an election, you go home and prepare, and some of them go back to their businesses. But so many of our politicians are jobless. They're only based on only politicking and nothing more than that. They do not have plan B. That is why they will go and hire talks. They will do everything, rely on technicalities, do whatever, even to bastardize the country itself. So that is why we're having that traffic. If you link it up with the order of your subject matter, it's because we only based on politics. That is why whatever that happens in the world, we hit our economy. Why? Because we only play politics. Tune all the radio stations, tune all the television stations, all the newspapers. We only talk about politics, no developmental plan, no policy implementation, nothing. Everything is based on politics. Let me tell you something, Sandra. Yeah. In 2007, 2008, there is world global meltdown. Okay. Nigeria was not affected. Ask yourself why. Because we have people who have the interests of the country at heart, who knows how to manage the economy. That is why we are not affected.
Thank you, Don Peters.
But right now, look at what is happening. Whatever that happens, we hit our economy. It's because of politics. And we should continue to play politics and to see what will become of us.
Thank you very much, Don Peters. 0913-6000-410. Please, we have 2 minutes, and let's stick within the 2-minute time frame that's allotted to our listeners. In case you're just tuning in, or just in case you're just tuning in, this is Mainland 98.3 FM, and you're on to Mainland Focus. Okay, yes, we're looking at 2 focal points this morning. War in Middle East spiraling into the Nigeria may have to pay 644 billion naira monthly on petrol subsidy, and also political matters fueling cases congestion in courts. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
All
right, your radio, please.
Listen. Okay, let me move away.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Fowler, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. My appeal to our president, President Tinubu, if he didn't do the right thing to Nigeria will not forget him. Why I'm saying this is this. Mr. Fowler, the largest refinery is in Lagos, which is a Dangote refinery. What method are they going to give that refinery crude? Where is the crude coming from? That question I don't even know. Land Lagos still has an oil well. I don't know whether it's along Badagry Road. I don't understand. That was what we are thinking. Well, but at the same time, you see, this is the time, like Mr. Fawad said, Nigeria is supposed to be, laughing, to bank. Our economy is supposed to be buoyant. What are we saying? Up to now, they are still telling, the OPEC allocation, our crude oil, our barrel per day. We are not even meeting the quota. What is wrong? You understand? This is where the security is supposed to be paid. I mean, the government is supposed to pay attention. We're only getting our own resources from oil for now. What is happening? So that's why I'm saying President Tinubu to do the right thing. We have 4 refineries. We're supposed to be, you see, if things is getting too out of hand, in Yoruba language, they say, so that is my appeal to President Tinubu to do the right thing for Nigeria. We cannot continue to suffer in this. We have everything in abundance. Now the key modular refinery, the real refinery, you didn't resuscitate it. So what are we saying? And you say you want to bring investors to come to Nigeria when the Nigerians are not even palatable for the Nigerians. So what are we saying? The issue of Israel and Palestinians, this is another opportunity for Nigeria, which is not happening. So my appeal to President Tinubu to focus on the necessary things, not all this appointment of this, appointment of that. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much, Alhaji Subera. I appreciate it. 0913-6000-410. We have a message here on Facebook. I'll take calls. I'm back to the phone line in a bit. All right, we have Isse Benjamin saying, good morning, Mainland crew. The hunger and suffering in the land which results to exodus of Nigerians traveling to other countries is lack of our government to do the needful. What stopped the government from repairing our refineries so that importation of petrol, which puts us in the most of the challenges we are passing through today, will stop? If subsidy is back, Nigerians had suffered in vain. And that is Benjamin from Shogunle sharing his own thoughts on Facebook.
It's back now. So.
Is it?
He said if. It's back.
It's all right. Mo Bash Pitiko, good morning from Cape Town, South Africa. God bless Nigeria. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Thank you. All right, we also have good morning. Welcome to the new week. Mr. Fuad, I just want to ask a simple question. If you sum up all the monies that the federal government is spending and will spend as a result of this subsidy, will it not be enough to maintain the subsidy? What exactly have we benefited as a people as a result of the removal of subsidy? Fuad, Mr. Joshua from Oregon is asking a question.
The politicians have more money to share now. That's the only benefit.
Oh, yeah. Well, we also have here Obiora Ezechukwu. Good morning, Mainland FM. The best way to decongest our courts from election matters is for INEC to conduct a free and fair election. Not this kind of last election that even the blind can attest to the free flow of rigging. Thank you. All right. We also have Mr. Olumuyiwa saying, good morning, Mainland. Elective position is very juicy in Nigeria, and it's difficult for individuals that lose elections to accept defeat. Like that.
That's another one, yeah.
Congestion of cases will never reduce until we stop making our politics business ventures. And that is Muiwa from Abuja.
A good one. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Muiwa from Abuja. 0913-6000-410. We also have a message here on YouTube. Ibrahim Aminu on YouTube saying, good morning, Mainland FM. About this fuel issue, this would have been one of the best times for Nigeria to recover all losses if we are refining crude in the country, but reverse is our case. Ibrahim Aminu, thank you very much. All right, we are still live on both platforms. Do well to drop your comments in the live chat section as we move back to the phone lines. Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yeah, Madam Sandra, don't tell me that you are from Shagamu.
No, I'm not from Shagam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, Professor Fuad, morning, sir.
Good morning. I don't get certificate for professorship, I beg.
Don't worry, we are going to give you. They share it in Abuja now.
Okay.
You see here, Professor.
I don't want.
It's all right.
See, Palashe now. Who is we offended? Where are they selling our crude? Or where are they selling it to? Where? We have this thing enough still yet. See, it's a game plan. Don't let us deceive ourselves. On the boat issue, there's nothing we can do. On earth, we have a good president that knows much about economy. They've already destroyed our system on economy and politics. Who owns INEC? Who owns them? Is it not politicians? This is how we want it. And they will tell them to do it like that. Upon all the wahala we did on elections, look at where they put us. To just round this up, they'll tell you go to court. Instead of them to solve the problem before the swearing day. So you as the president now, you will not be telling them they should remove you after they've already after you've already got the power. If it is you remove yourself from the power. Answer me, sir. Who are we deceiving? Let them continue. Our oil is going to increase, Abi. The fuel pump now, Abi. So I know what they are doing. Let them continue. One day, Monkey will go market, he will not come back. Then to just round it up. Please, I need where we can call from the over to from the well, please.
Okay.
Yes, please, let's do that for us.
All right. Thank you very much. Not an issue.
They should open border.
Okay. Oh, thank you. It's okay. 0913-6000-410. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Emeka is my name, Sandra.
All right, Mr. Emeka, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lẹ́kì.
Lekki.
So I am suggesting, since it's the court that has the final matter for the election, we should not spend money again for election. Then what I suffered last time to Drake, I think that is useless since the court has the final say. So it's not the election again. Yes, sir. You go to court, the court will select the people that they needed. That is the way I'm looking at it, because I suffered, I trek all the way from here to there to go and vote. all the way trekking. And then at the end of the day now, the court will have the final say. Go to for the person that did fourth person come to the fourth. It's not the court that select the person. So let the court continue. Let us not waste our money. Let us share the election money and then to eat than to go and vote. Thank you very much, Sandra.
Thank you. All right. Said we should not let's not bother anymore since that's the way. Well,
it's actually very sad that the courts are now deciding winners of elections. It's unfortunate. It is what it is.
That's where we are. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Sandra, how are you?
I'm well. Oh.
Yeah, me. Oh,
Madam Ifi.
How are you today?
You're welcome.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, ma. Good morning.
I don't want to say much.
Okay.
I want to ask you people a question. Is our refinery, are they operational now?
Which one?
None. None of them.
No, none.
So how do they pay their staff? Everything under NNPC, NETCO, PPMC, gas, all of it. Why do they pay their staff when there is no production?
Of course, they are making
money. Okay. Maybe do they give them allocation for salary?
Because the refineries are still run by NNPC, so NNPC has money to pay salaries. They are still paying them.
So the little they produce, they will use it to pay salary. Do you know what these people are earning? And they are just sitting there, no production. My president has gone back to fuel subsidy, and the price is 600 per liter. Since we have gone back to that, fuel subsidy, if you bring down our fuel to 185, where he met it, please, I beg you. And if you look into our health care, make provision for the elderly. Medicine are getting high. Sandra and Fawad, you would believe that my medicine that I used to buy 4,200 is now 9,200 in less than 6 months. If I don't have money to buy it and I'll buy 2 of it in a month, but I mean if I don't 𝗪𝗪. You should not have administration at all. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Madam Ifi. God help us all. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call to share your thoughts as regards the conversation. War in Middle East may spiral and push monthly petrol subsidy to 644 billion naira. And we're also looking at court cases. There's some sort of political cases causing congestion in courts. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm calling from command.
Okay, Mr. Bumi, please go ahead.
The two focal points for this morning. The answer is just transparency. Our leaders are not transparent about our subsidy issue. He's back. As far as to say, feed the humble pie, return the subsidy, and tell the people we are a crossroad. We are sorry. We think it will work. What it is not working. Okay, we can't go back to 185, but please let's go back to 300, and let us accept our seat going back to the era of subsidy for a period of 6 months. When we repair our refinery and start something good, then we go from there. But no, they will not come back to come and tell us the truth. They will hide the truth away from the truth. Transparency. And they have no shame. That is one thing. They have no shame. Somebody that is being questionable, you will see me going up and down appointing another when like I'm the boss. Nothing will happen. You have created your comfort and you are still going out bullying everybody. That is what is going on. No transparency, no shame. INEC have faith and they are still going around shouting, yes, we are still there, we are still there. You have faith people. Accept it. Oh, we are sorry we tell you. Nobody will just say anything other than, oh no, we want to go to court, we want to go to court. It is a business center. So nobody wants to just leave. Right. Everybody is a winner. Everybody is a winner. So God bless this nation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bumi. Amen. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate. 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
This is Sandra engineer from Yaba here.
Okay.
Good morning, engineer. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. God bless you. How was your weekend?
Fine.
Very fine, sir.
You see, judiciary, let us treat that issue first. Like you hear from Baba the Clark and Afe Babalola, they said electioneering period is a cash cow for the justices and lawyers. And when we know that that is our problem, why can't we be proactive concerning this? You pay to plan, you plan to fail. The Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Judicial Council should do something as soon as far as possible, as fast as possible. If you are not doing it, that you know that we need more hands to treat the regular court cases aside from the electioneering cases, then you are failing in your responsibility. They should do something, otherwise we see them as people that don't know their job. And if that is the case, we need a restructuring in that area. Concerning the fuel issue, now that the subsidy is back, definitely, as I used to say, subsidy ab initio is a scam. It's just a matter of give me money to run my company. Because there's no way you can, when you cannot produce it, if you are producing, you cannot even talk of bringing fuel from any other place. Whatever we produce here is a pride, it's a strength for us among the community of nations. And we can use it to plan our own economy here. But here our 4 refineries are not producing. I don't even want to talk of Dangote refinery at all. Because when we have 4 refineries and we are not even optimizing them, we don't fix them, and we are paying money, like Madam Iguchi just said, we pay money to ghost workers, the redundant workers. Is that a resounding economy? That's a failed economy where you cannot do the needful. And it's not the business of government to run because we have done it over years. Petroleum was discovered ever before I grew up to know Naira and Kobo. I spent fan sterling anyway. So
Thank you.
I have not been able to marshal our coin.
Thank you very much. And
fixing our refinery.
Okay.
And this thing continue to better.
All right. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. Please, let's stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's allotted to each caller so we can get as many contributions as possible. All right. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Time check right now is 9:20 a.m. and you're on to Mainland Focus. We have some messages on Facebook, so I'll just quickly take those. I'll be back to the phone lines in a bit. Thank you very much for staying with us. I have here James Ogbonna, Omobola Sandra and Mr. Fuad. I greet you exceptionally. On electoral reforms, I want to agree on some areas with Fuad, like the area of settling election cases before swearing in. Sandra, this has been what some of us have been canvassing for, because we know how difficult it is sometimes when they have already sworn them in. They have too much power, especially the president, to turn judgment in their favor, especially in Nigeria. I'd also like the idea of having one court, the Supreme Court, deciding the cases. But let me ask, if only the Supreme Court is allowed to decide and it ruled against me when it is obvious that I won, what should I do? So I still prefer 2 stages for president and 3 stages for others, because the first court may miscarry justice or err in law, as they say. This means the litigants can appeal the case, but my own is, let every matter in all levels of court be decided within 6 months before swearing in. Mr. Fuad, if you are a lawyer, would you support only the Supreme Court to decide? And how would lawyers make money? Fuad?
There are other cases to must it be only for election matters? There are other cases to handle now.
There's so many things. You see, that's the point of the conversation that we're having this morning. The fact that then the courts do not have time for the other seemingly smaller matters. All right, everyone is just focusing on political cases at this time. Whether your name should be Fouad Saheed or Saheed Fouad, or your name came out as Saheed Fouad, your documents is saying Fouad Saheed, and
I know my name, Osanda. My name is intact on my document.
I'm sure that's what is on all your documents. Because
everything.
We need to start checking things now. Because I've had a situation where my brother had an issue with there's Olusegun and then there's Oluwasegun, and I'm like, excuse me, it is the same thing. But it was a problem for some people. Okay, but let's carry on. I have a message here also still on Facebook. Basil Chika, war in Middle East, if not properly managed, will bring out economic crisis globally as Russia-Ukraine war is progressing. Federal government still paying subsidy despite fuel hike. It is quite unfortunate that politicians cannot be trusted. The subsidy you claimed that was gone is being paid from the back. What a deceit. On the certificate saga, I think it's high time he throws in the towel, take the part of honor, and I don't know what the National Assemblies are waiting for than to commence. This has gone really hard.
This one has even indicted him, convicted him, found him guilty.
Judge, jury, executioner, everything, all you want. Chika Bende from Trade Fair, take cheap pills. Let's slow down. We still have,
not like that.
We still have a process. Let's follow due process. Thank you. All right, Olalekon Isaac. Good morning, Mainland FM. Sometimes I think we are use a very fancy word in this nation. Pardon my thoughts. Oh, he has apologized. Is it so hard to get refineries fixed and working? Kilon Shewa Gongon. Lekon from Surulere. Honestly, Lekon, I don't know what's doing us, but I hope that someone will be able to answer it.
Corruption. Just corruption.
Olufemi Omotosho. Good morning, Sandra and Fouad. God bless you. Mr. Fouad is a great analyst. Being APC before the elections until now, but you never see him give a bias. Fouad, are you an APC? Are you an APC? Are you an APC?
I don't know. I've never been a member of any political party.
Are you an APC affectionate?
I have never been a member of any political party.
I think we should put that out there. Please, public disclaimer. My prayer for Fouad is that you always find God's favor and your children. That's a lot of prayers. Say they are praying for Sandra and Sage. They prayed for Sandra and Sage too. All right, thank you very much. We're happy. Reverend Omotosho from Okeayo, Magboro in Ogun State. And then we also have Prince Leo Ozoma. Good morning, Sandra and Fouad. Interesting topics you have this morning. But if we can get one of the topics right, every other of the topics in Nigeria will be solved. And that is tidying up our election processes, which will include every very severe punishment for all erring INEC officers, security agents, politicians who make use of thugs and thuggery to win elections. Punishment for their thugs and letting our votes count. And finally, all election matters must be dispensed with before any swearing in takes place. Simply put, our problems, bad leadership induced. Leo Ozoma. And those are the messages we got from Facebook so far. Let's go back to the phone line. We can take one or two more phone calls before we wrap things up this morning. 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Avoka.
All right.
Calling from Papa.
All right.
It's been a while.
On the issue of litigation on electoral
Matters.
Yeah. First and foremost, maybe there should be a court, special court for election matters.
Okay.
Secondly, any lawyers that fight frivolous charges, most especially cases that have been already decided by the higher court, which is Supreme Court. If any lawyer going forward filing a cases on such issues, they should be debarred. Charges, they should until you started dealing with all these lawyers, they are the problem. They are the one giving the all these politicians because they want to get money out of them. They will tell them that they have a hope in filing the charges. So until you started dealing with all these lawyers, they will not stop filing unnecessary charges at the court. On this of the Middle East issue, the world has failed. It means there was no justice in the world. If there is justice in this world, the issue of Palestine and Israel should be ensured that it comes to an end. Issue of two-state solution, what has come of it? Now, you frustrated these people. We know the history of how Israeli came to occupy their.
Hello? Mr. Abubakar. Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. I guess it still has a lot more because I didn't quite get I think I get what, the rest of the thoughts are. I think we'll just wrap things up with just one more call, and that's it for the day. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Fuad, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Everyone, this is what my contribution this morning.
Okay.
You see how I'm Comrade Iroko from Ejiko.
Thank you.
God bless you.
All right.
You see how all Nigerians have tried to express their feelings for what has been happening. What is not acceptable and what has been acceptable. We must try to endure to be accepting ignorance, which we know. Now, I want to tell you this thing today. I'm sorry, ma, sir. We are not in military era. We are in democracy era. So now, if masses want to express their feelings now, they will use military to chase us away. Are we fighting military? Are we fighting soldiers? This is democracy era. Alagbada ni won. Let us settle ourselves amicably with Alagbada. They should not send any soldier against us, yo. Because this is going out of hand, yo.
Okay.
I don't want to say much, yo.
Okay.
Please, yo. Help us back them, yo.
Yes.
With the best, yo. With the best, yo.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yo.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. We all need some solution or the other to different issues that we're all going through as a nation. All right. And then we have this Israel-Palestine also coming up now. Well, so help us God. That's all a wrap for today on Mainland Focus. I sincerely apologize to everyone if we couldn't pick your call or if we couldn't take your message from Facebook. I still have messages dropping on Facebook. Ibrahim Aminu, thank you very much for your messages on the YouTube platform. And for those who sent in WhatsApp messages, we had a glitch, with our WhatsApp line, so we couldn't take WhatsApp messages. However, stick with us all through the day. Be resolved before Situation Room by 4 p.m. with Okweyemi Akinyode. And of course, also stay tuned. By 9:45, we'll be back for Global View, where we'll be looking through the top 3 trending international stories. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Thank you for sticking by, but stay tuned.
98.3 Mainland FM.
Come on, give me some. Yeah, I want mine. Golden penny noodles. Yeah, that's where I get mine.
Golden penny noodles comes in jollof chicken flavor, goat meat pepper soup flavor, jollof hot flavor, and the newly improved chicken flavor. Now available in a new pack. Golden penny noodles. I want what I want.
Me, I just want mine.
Are you seeking admission into a tertiary institution in Nigeria? Here is a big opportunity for you. The 2022-2023 admission into Èkó City Polytechnic is now open. Available courses are Computer Science, Theatre and Media Arts, Mass Communication, Science Laboratory Technology, Electronics Engineering, Accounting, Banking Operations, Business Administration, Multimedia Technology. Qualified students should have scored 100 and above in the last JAMB exam. Facilities at Èkó City Polytechnic includes well-equipped studio and laboratories, modern classrooms, innovative workshop, recreation space, and fully functional hostels. Our lecturers and tutors combine both academic and industry experience. Full-time and part-time admission forms are available for the 2022-2023 academic session at the campus, Èkó City Polytechnic, Plot 100, Alhaji Onilewura Street, Ikotun Egbe, Lagos State. Èkó City